close to nitty-gritty time at the Southern Conference Championship in Asheville. Tennessee Chattanooga with the upper hand at the moment. You see how some of these fans prepare for the game too?
Well, they're ready. They know exactly how important this game is, and they're definitely in the game themselves.
Look at the difference in the turnaround there.
Well, it looked grim for East Tennessee State's 4th in a row at halftime, but they've done a marvelous job in this second half of taking control of the game. UT Chattanooga's got to figure out how to score.
Knocked away again by East Tennessee. Pelfrey got his mid on it. The Moccasins with a new 45. Steal by Silvers, who is excited to say the least.
A lot of emotion there. He knows how important every possession is at this stage of the game.
Well, the seniors on this team, they only know championships. 3 in a row, looking for 4. And when they were down in the first half, they never lost their cool.
They're going to use some clock with each possession now.
It's down to 15. Silvers, the penetration move, rimmed out, and the rebound by Threets. Time continues to dwindle down to 7:05 left in the game, and still a 9-point advantage for East Tennessee. The Moccasins work on that. Chattanooga led by as many as 9 in the first half. Wide open. Sneed. No, it was an air ball. Palmer, the little guy, got the ball. And now he takes his time, Terry.
Trying to post up Nelson with Sneed in the game is tough.
Story of 3. Wasn't there, and Brooks got the rebound.
Alan LaForce is not happy with that shot. Story was wide open, but he wanted to run some clock before they took the shot.
Sutton, no, he's just cooled off in the second half. 16 in the first and only 2 here in the second. Brooks has been shut out in the game too, and he averages 14.5. And Threets with only 3 points, he averages 17. What a pass inside, and Dennis makes him pass.
Great second half for Greg Dennis. He played well in the first half, but he's got 12 in this half for a total of 20 points.
And there you see the biggest lead by anybody. And a timeout is called. 6 minutes left in this game, and Mac McCarthy's going to have to figure out something. His team's in a hole. 6 minutes away from the big dance. That's what East Tennessee State is, and they've gotten the ball in this half, Terry Holland, to the big guy, Greg Dennis.
Well, they figured out how to score in this half, and of course, there's been a tremendous role reversal in this half. In that first half, what happened was East Tennessee State couldn't find a way to score. In the second half, what we've had is a really tough time by UT Chattanooga. They've scored 13 points now in 14 minutes.
East Tennessee's really turned the trick on them in the rebounding too. 17-9. Remember, they were out rebounded 30-15 in the first half. They just went to the boards and went to their inside game. English had a good second half until he hit the foul trouble, and Dennis has been terrific. And again, the defense remains a constant, really, for both sides.
I think I'd like to have heard the halftime speech that Alan LaForce gave his team.
You'd bottle that, huh, Coach?
Absolutely. I mean, the reversal here has been unbelievable.
Nelson, he pushed off to get it.
Boy, that's frustrating for Nelson. He got banged in there pretty good himself. It looked like he got pushed first. He pushed back, and they called the second one.
And now he's got 4-2. Everything going that man's way. Alan LaForce as he tries to pick up his 4th. Look at the upset, and there's the Big East upset.
And of course, Washington State, the classic bubble team, and that's a big win for them because at this time of the year, a win over a nationally ranked team like USC gives them a much better shot at the NCAA at large bid.
Silvers. 1-1. No. So the Moccasins stay alive with 5.5 to go, down by 11. Brooks, oh, what a move. He had Palmer falling down with that. And Brooks finally on the scoreboard.
Well, it's been a tough night for him, and looking at his stats, I think he's a real key to this UT Chattanooga team. They haven't been able to get him on track. LeVert Threats really has not been that much of a threat tonight either.
Chattanooga Chattanooga's got to make something happen down by 9. There's plenty of time left, 5 minutes even. Of course, English back in the game.
East Tennessee State does such a great job of controlling the basketball. It's very difficult to take it away from them.
Sometimes when you have an 11-point lead, 9-point lead like this is, and you go to this delay game, it takes you out of it. Look at Palmer. That one was from downtown, not even close, and that allows Chattanooga to try to edge even closer. Do you like to use the clock that way with 5 minutes to go?
Well, you like to use the clock, but what you'd like to be able to do is get some penetration and give yourself a better chance to score. When you shoot from the outside like that with the defense locked in, you've only got one chance, and that's that first shot. If you can get some penetration, get a little better shot maybe, but give yourself a chance to get on the glass is tremendously important at this stage of the game, because another possession on the offensive boards means either a quick basket or another 45 seconds off that clock.
Palmer picked up his second. That's the 8th, so this will be a 1-and-1. And Alan LaForce has brought all the starters back in. English, Story, Dennis, along with Niblett and Talford. Brooks, 1-and-1, yes, and that's a big one.
Well, as hard a time as UT Chattanooga is having scoring against the defense, you really don't want to foul them and allow them to score points without the clock running.
The junior from Louisville knocks them both down. It's a 7-point game with 4:30 left in the contest. The Moccasins the last 4 in a row.
Greg Dennis is working so hard without the basketball to get position down below.
Niblett, and what a tough shot there. His first 2 points of the half, but they're big. He's got 7 in the game, and that lead back to 9.
Alan LaForce is happy to have the 2 points, but I think he's wondering, why are we taking it so quickly?
Brooks, no. Nelson couldn't get it to go, and look who comes up with it, Niblett, who just came into the game.
It's nice to have those fresh legs on the floor at this stage of the game. Palmer was able to give Niblett a great rest.
Brooks all over Niblett. He's a 75% free throw shooter, by the way. And time will become a factor here with that 9-point lead, and you see it starting to dwindle.
And East Tennessee State has some awfully fine free throw shooters on the floor, so you really can't foul them and put them on the line. Marty Story is the only one of these guys out on the floor right now shooting below 70%, and most of them are 75 and above.
They shoot almost 71% as a team. He ended Dennis, and that's where they want it. He tried to get it to Story. There's 5 on the shot clock. English blocked. Dennis better shoot it. He does. No. And away with the ball comes Nelson. He's got to be careful with those 4 fouls, but he was still aggressive there. Brooks to 3. Look at English get the rebound ahead to Dennis. He's got Talford, but he elects to go to the second man, the trailer, and Story gives his team an 11-point lead.
Great execution by both Dennis and Talford. Talford took the defense through on the clear out and cleared the way for Marty Story.
2.5, just a little more than that. Inside they go Nelson. He walked, he got away with it.
I think there was so much contact there, they said, we can't call that unless we call the foul. Let them play.
17 for Nelson, 8.5. 9-point game. East Tennessee will use some clock. Dennis, and he just sends it back out to Talford, and they'll re-trigger, and that'll get the crowd going again.
I don't know about throwing the ball in there, because that could have very easily been converted into a fast break. It's been just like an outlet pass.
Dennis, the quick move, and the foul. It's on Nelson, and that is number 5.
Well, East Tennessee's in great shape right now. It's going to take a stupendous effort and some spectacular plays at both ends of the floor for UT Chattanooga to get back into this game. East Tennessee has it going their way. They're taking control. They're playing exactly like you'd want them to play. Good job of going inside here to the guy who's been hot all half.
Tough call there for a 5th foul, but nonetheless, the contact was made, and I like the way Nelson went over to his team at the free throw line. He knew it was his 5th. He rallied him around. He said, don't quit yet. Senior from Louisville, Kentucky. He'll play another game. It may be in the NIT now, but he'll play another game.
Well, I think, again, with 23 wins, you can certainly make a case for Chattanooga, and with 22 for East Tennessee State. Probably East Tennessee has more solid wins against teams that are likely to be in the field than Chattanooga does, so they might have had the best chances in that large team. But it looks like UT Chattanooga is the one that's going to have to wait and see if they get a bid as an at-large team.
He's had a great tournament, 23 in the semi, 21 tonight. He's been terrific in the second half, hitting the boards, hitting from outside. He's 3 out of 4 from the line, now 4 out of 5, and the lead is back to 11, 65-54. And the folks from Johnston City, Tennessee, they start to smell it. They think they're going to the dance.